Today's After Dark podcast is sponsored by HHNUnofficial.com, the home of Halloween Horror Nights news and rumors all year round. Find us on the web at www.hhnunofficial.com. So stop the fog machines and clear the cobwebs. It's time for another episode of the podcast that's nearly the same as all the others.
Hi, this is Wendy Prater at Magical Journeys Travel, proud sponsor of the Dis After Dark podcast. How can you be prepared for your next Disney vacation? By booking with me. You don't want to be that guy that's stuck in the crowds, waiting in the 4-hour Pandora lines and being turned away at restaurants. Contact me at wpmagicjourneys.com. Tell me you heard this ad at Dis After Dark to get $25 off your deposit. Best of all, there's no charge for my services, so Hakuna Matata, because you will.
Welcome to Universal After Dark, a Universal podcast that's not the same as all the others.
Hi and welcome to this week's Universal After Dark. I'm your host Amanda as usual, and I'm joined today by our Craig.
Bonjour.
And our Nick.
Arrivederci.
What does that mean? Does that mean hello too?
No, I think it means goodbye.
I thought it meant goodbye, that's why I was confused. I was like, oh, try then.
Yeah, I'm going to do the opposite of what I did last time. I'm going to say something at the beginning of the show and then bugger off for the rest of it.
Yeah, please don't. But we've got a super special guest today.
A superstar.
That super special guest is our Luke.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone.
Now,
Top vlogger from the Dis After Dark team.
exactly. You should explain, Amanda, where they can find Luke's work if they're not already familiar with it.
If you're not already familiar with Luke's work, which clearly you must be, but if you're not, if you've been living under a rock, our Luke does vlogs for us on our YouTube channel, and he's on Twitter too, and we will post out his Twitter handle. But he has recently joined our team as a vlogger, so basically he goes out into the parks and films super fun stuff so that we in England can show you all the stuff that's going on in the parks. So say hello, Luke.
Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh. Thank you for having me. This is so cool. It's so weird hearing your guys' voices because I'm usually just listening to you, but actually being able to respond instead of talking to myself in a car is a lot better.
I've actually heard some people
I've been
do
so
that.
excited.
Oh yeah, I do that. Whenever I listen to podcasts, I'm like, I'm going to respond. I know they can't hear me, but I'm still going to give my opinion.
It's usually saying, you're wrong. Why are you saying that you're wrong?
Yeah.
Adam Sultana does it all the time,
That's
to be
usually what we
fair.
get. But I've been so excited to have you on.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I've been so excited to be on it. Oh my, this is so thrilling.
Yeah. But tell everyone a little bit about yourself and your history with Universal.
Okay, so I'm 18 years old. I live in Tampa, Florida, which is about an hour and a half away from Orlando. So I'm going to the parks constantly. I've been going to the parks since I was a little boy. I think in diapers, but we have video of me like going up to the Hulk and not being tall enough and me just crying.
That's how I feel now.
Yeah. I was always one of the shortest, and I was always the kid who wanted to go on the thrill rides, and nobody else wanted to. So whenever I wasn't able to, I would just start bawling my eyes out. Be like, it's okay, Luke. You'll be tall enough one day. And now I'm the tallest out of my siblings. So.
I wish that was my life. I'm still the smallest and the oldest.
Oh, yeah. I'm the youngest.
You're the not the youngest on this podcast anymore, Amanda.
I know. I feel like granny now.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
How does that
I'm
make
a
you
little
grateful
baby.
then?
Cool. You've been going since you were like, I've been going since I was a baby too. So you would obviously have seen the park go through probably its most dramatic change then in the last few years. So how do you feel about all the changes now compared to when you were little?
Well, when I was little, I don't really remember any of the changes, but all I remember is not being able to ride the rides. But the changes now, I'm super excited to see, because I know there's like a lot of talk about, oh, I want to keep this ride, but it is like out with the old and with the new, all that stuff. So I'm excited to just see what they add and how they do it, especially with Nintendo Land. I'm excited to see, because I know a lot of people aren't really fans of Nintendo. So I'm excited to see like what they pick out of that instead of just doing Mario.
It's really weird that I keep forgetting that they're doing Nintendo Land. Mm-hmm. And it's such a massive thing, but I think because it's just not... but I guess Pandora was the same. Like, Pandora's pretty quiet in the beginning. But I do forget all the time that we're getting Nintendo Land.
Yeah, I think it's just not as hyped as all the other lands that are being announced, like especially with Star Wars Land and that D23, that just kind of overtook everything from Universal.
I mean, maybe once we've got Halloween Horror Nights out the way, maybe it'll get a little bit more out there then.
Yeah.
Maybe, but even though I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan, I'm really, really excited.
Amanda, do you know what I'm a big fan of?
What?
Drink.
Oh, I didn't even ask him. You know why? Actually, I was being considerate because Luke's clearly underage.
Well, he is. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know how Luke fits though, because where you are now, Luke, technically you are underage, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you're on a UK-based podcast, therefore, is it like a bit of diplomatic immunity? I don't know how that works. I think
I'm not going to risk anything.
Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Nick, you're clearly drinking. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Bud Light, and I was getting really parched. That's why I was like, I need you to say what am I drinking. Oh, thank you very much. Cheers.
Okay, Craig, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Foster's because Bud Light won't sponsor us. Do me head in.
Well, don't they sell Foster's in Diagon Alley?
I'm not sure about Diagon Alley, but I know they sell it in Jurassic Park.
Do they?
Yeah, like some of the stands.
Or do they sell them in King's Cross?
Yes, I think they do. Pretty sure.
I feel like I definitely remember that now.
Yeah.
But I'm drinking Bud Light again because I'm determined to get this sponsorship back up and running. I stopped drinking for a little bit, but now I'm like, you know what? I want the sponsorship, so I'm just drinking for that reason.
You're like a little pisshead again, aren't you, girl?
I'm getting there, mate. I'm getting there.
He's right.
Okay, so Luke, you're not drinking alcohol, but you're drinking anything fancy?
A Rockstar energy drink.
Oh, that is rather
Nice.
fancy.
That is fancy.
Well, if you live in Tampa, then don't they have a Hard Rock casino around Tampa area?
Yeah, I've actually never been to that myself, but I'm always driving past that because it's right off of I-4 near there, so it's a very big Hard Rock, but I've never been in it.
Don't they have their own brand of energy drink too?
I'm not sure. I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure.
One of the guys from Magic City Mayhem was telling me about it last time I was in Orlando, and I was like, literally never heard of that because they don't do that in England, and I'm not the biggest fan of energy drinks, but that sounds pretty cool.
Oh, Lucasade, though.
That's my uncle.
That's what you drink when you're sick.
I love Lucasade.
Oh, wow.
Which one, though?
The classic one is usually the one I get, but recently I went there last summer, and I know they had a bunch of different flavors. I can't remember what flavor I had, but it was like a colorful one with like rainbows.
Oh, that sounds
I don't know. Yeah, fruit punch or whatever.
Yes. Every time that I'm in Orlando and I go to a British shop, things like Lucasade and biscuits, like we were talking about biscuits the other day.
Ooh, digestives.
They're so expensive in America.
Yes, and they're not as good.
No. Like, they sell British sweets in Epcot, and they are extortionate.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same over here, though, as well. I mean, a lot of our supermarkets over here now have what they refer to as an international food section, which just gives them an excuse to stick some Lucky Charms on a shelf. But like a box of Lucky Charms, you can pay, depending on the shop, anywhere between £5 and £10 for a box of Lucky Charms.
Jeez.
And like a tray of Oreos. You know, like you get the packets of Oreos where you pull it from the middle. They're like £5-6 as well. So
wow.
Yeah, you know the exchange rate's like it's almost the same in dollars, isn't it? Really nowadays. So yeah, expensive.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I still buy them now. Always. There's a shop in Liverpool that Craig, you'll know it, on Bold Street.
Real Bold Street or 1950s Bold Street?
Real life 2017 Bold Street.
What?
Yeah, and they sell such good American stuff, but it is like you have to remortgage your house to buy stuff in there. Pretty much.
Yeah, they're just having us off.
I know, and I'm like, these York peppermint patties are like the cheap stuff in America.
Yeah.
And no one wants to have, and I really like them. And Ranch Pringles, my all-time.
Oh my gosh!
And it's like £4.
Oh, man. Right.
Those Pringles flavors, there is too many of them.
Well,
there's some weird ones.
We have like 4 in England, and they're all.
Oh my gosh! I
like...
think there's at.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that there's at least 50 different flavors of Pringles here.
It's like Pop-Tarts though. If you go into like Walmart or Walgreens or Target or wherever, you get like a wall of Pop-Tarts. And I think we in the UK get like 3 flavours.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
So
Pop-Tarts, I don't know about Pop-Tarts. Those are really dry.
Yes. Some of them are nice, but
yeah like the s'mores. Ooh, yeah.
Exactly. we actually, for some reason, we get that in the UK, even though we don't have s'mores. Like, we don't understand the concept of s'mores at all.
Oh, yeah.
So it's weird, but I think just because the flavours are good, that's
yeah.
why people buy it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that is the best flavour they got, in my opinion.
So Luke, you said you live in the Tampa area. Have you always lived in Florida? Have you always lived in Tampa, or...?
Yeah, so I was born a little north of Tampa, and then I've really never moved out of the area. I think I'm like, right now I'm about 5 minutes away from where I was born, so I've always just kind of stayed in the same area, and I've always grown up with the theme parks. So Busch Gardens I live about 20 minutes away from. That was like the first park that I started going to as a kid, and then we just started going to Universal and Disney, or not as much SeaWorld, but all those 3 main parks we just ended up going to a lot, taking a bunch of family vacations there. We have a bunch of home videos of me as a kid just running around Disney World, running around Universal. So yeah, I've just grown up with the parks my entire life.
Luke, you're killing me.
I know, I'm spoiled.
But that sounds like you, Amanda, in a way. I mean, okay, you obviously never lived in America, but you were going over to the parks, and you probably have video of you at a similar age to when Luke had videos of himself.
Yeah, I still do need to get them put onto, like we were saying at the beginning of the podcast before we started recording, I'm not very good at technology, but I've got VHS tapes that I need to somehow get onto my computer because I really want to save them, and I feel like I'm the only person in England with a VHS player.
Yeah, that's what we actually did. My dad, so we have all the old videos, like the VHS, and I don't know how he did it, but he transferred them all to CDs, so yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, that's what you might need to do, man, is transfer them to CD and then transfer them to your computer from CD.
I can't because my iMac doesn't have a CD thing.
Yeah.
This is my problem. I look at it and I'm like, it's just a screen. There's nothing else.
Time for an upgrade.
I think that's a downgrade.
Yeah.
I think it's getting well with this drive now.
Apple. Can we just have the newest, freshest iMac, please? Thank you, but I don't know what I'm doing with it.
I think you can buy a plug-in drive.
Yeah,
that might be an option, but yeah, I it seems to be a very outdated technology. I remember getting a PC at work, and I was like, "Oh, so where's the disk drive?" And I'm like, "Hey, you won't need discs." I was like, "I'm pretty sure at some point I will." And they're like, "Nah." But I proved them wrong. And I still can't do what I need to do, so.
Okay, so, because you live really close to the parks, do you have annual passes for all of them, or do you just pick your favourites? Like, how do you work it out?
Usually, I did have, last year I had a pass to all 3 parks, so the no blackout dates. So to Busch Gardens, Universal, and Disney, I had the main passes with like free parking and no blackout dates and all that stuff. And then my Disney pass just expired recently, and I'm not going to renew that for a while. Probably because the tickets prices they had bumped up insanely. So I did renew it once with their new prices, and it expired. So I'm gonna wait till like Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land open up. So I'm not gonna be going to Disney for a while. But Universal and Busch Gardens, were on Busch Gardens were on the Flex Pay, so it takes money out of my account every month. And that I just haven't canceled for years, so that's just kind of a permanent pass for me. And Universal, I just pay every year for the whole, the Premier Pass, I think.
Is that the blue one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one. I think with Universal, the passes aren't that expensive, so Universal's a good pass to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I usually get that. Or usually as my birthday present, like I'll be like, hey, Mom, can you just chip in for this and I'll pay the rest as my present? So Universal is just, I gotta have that. That's a must now.
Luke, you are living the dream.
I know, I'm so spoiled.
I know you are. Honestly, I've tried about a million different ways to move to Orlando so far. And now, like, when we first took you on as a vlogger, and I was like, the rule is that, like, you have to marry me so I can say
Yeah.
That's my last option.
The last option is the green card.
It. I've been through everything, and that's my last one. So, yeah, I'm pretty stumped. I guess I'll just have to enjoy my holidays. But, okay, so you've been going to Universal since you were little. Were you going when... I can't really bother to work out the maths right now, so I don't know whether you would have been tall enough to ride Jaws and Kong. But did you get to go on Jaws, Kong, and Back to the Future?
I didn't get to go on Kong, but I did get a chance to go on Back to the Future and Jaws plenty of times because I loved those rides as a kid. Not so much the animatronics, maybe, but I used to be scared of all the characters too as a little kid, like the ones walking around. Oh yeah, those were terrifying. Now they're still just creepy. But so yeah, I got to go on Jaws a lot, and I remember that ride. And then Back to the Future, I don't remember as much as Jaws, but I still got to go on it, and I do miss that ride. Yeah,
I feel like Back to the Future's height requirement was quite tall, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I do think you had to, like, unnecessarily tall, maybe. So that's why I couldn't really work it out. But do you feel like you prefer the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter, or did you prefer Jaws?
I definitely prefer the new Wizarding World, even though I'm not a huge fan of Harry Potter. I do watch, I've seen the movies and I've read a few of the books, but I'm not a diehard fan like most people are. But it's definitely a huge step up from Jaws. And as much as I love that ride, it was an amazing upgrade. Like, just walking in there every time, seeing the dragon, and walking around in there. And it's always nice and cool there, because it's all blocked from the shade. So I think it's definitely a huge upgrade from Jaws, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I do really, really miss Jaws. But I think just more for nostalgia. I wish that we could have had maybe both. But I agree that the Wizarding World is an awful lot more immersive, and it's a full land.
Yeah.
So I guess I do prefer the Wizarding World, really.
And Gringotts, that ride's amazing.
Yes. Do you prefer Gringotts, or do you prefer Forbidden Journey?
I like Forbidden Journey better just because of the animatronics and screens that they use. How the dragon and the spiders, I love all those animatronics in there. And it's a lot more fun. It shakes you around a lot more since I'm still young, and I know my parents are always like, that shake me up too much.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's why I've heard that ride gets a lot of people sick. Luckily, I don't get sick from it. So I do that ride a lot more. Yeah, eventually.
Okay, so what's your favourite ride or attraction at Universal?
Probably Men in Black.
Yeah.
I love that ride because I just love trying to beat my score. I've only maxed out on it once. So now every time I go on...
Only one time.
Yeah, it's only once. So now whenever I go on it, I'm always trying to max out, and we always just do a circle in it because we usually do single rider lines, like me and my siblings, because we don't mind getting split up. So we'll just go in that as many times as we can until we get dizzy enough.
Oh my god. Well, I'm usually so rubbish at any kind of shooting game, so like Men in Black, Lightyear and stuff like that. And Ash is amazing at them. So in May, when she didn't come with me, I practiced Men in Black every single day.
Oh my gosh.
People coaching me and telling me exactly what to do. So now I'm dead good at it.
Oh, what's your like average score? Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head, but I think I got into like it'll sound rubbish to you because you might know it, but I got into like the 300,000s.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
And I was like,
That's terrible, Amanda.
it is to other people, but to me, before I wouldn't even get 100,000.
Yeah, I've seen some people. Oh, I get 100,000 in the first room.
That's what Ash is like. Honestly, she would completely obliterate everybody in the car. But it would get to the red button bit, and I would press the red button when he'd say to press it, and nothing would happen.
Oh, yeah. Do you press it, or do you hold it down?
I was pressing it, and also what I was doing, which I learned is wrong, is I kept pressing the trigger whenever I was shooting something instead of just holding it in.
Oh, yeah.
So I was just making total rookie mistakes. So I had loads of different people teach me what to do, and I battled every single person that I met up with. So now I feel like after a few days of being there in September, I'm going to completely challenge Ash, and I'm going to beat her. I can feel it.
Ooh, gotta max out.
Got to. I'm going to study YouTube.
Yeah. And then they get Will Smith, and you meet him and all that stuff.
Oh my god, imagine Will Smith coming over and be like, Amanda, we've been waiting for this day.
Will Smith is on the first Carpool Karaoke.
Yeah.
Is he?
Out today on Apple Pay, on Apple Music even. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What?
Here come the Men in Black.
Right, so Amanda, you mentioned that, I know this is a Universal podcast, so I apologise in advance, but you did mention that you're not very good at shooting games. Are you better at Men in Black than you are at Toy Story Mania?
Right, Toy Story Mania I am so hit and miss with. Because it's so much arm work.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I can't be bothered, I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that one you gotta stretch out before.
Yeah, I have to be prepared to do Toy Story Mania. If I'm not prepared, I'm not doing it.
And Buzz, what? You guys max out on a Buzz every time, right?
No, I'm so bad at that. Ash always gets is it Galactic Hero or whatever it is?
Mm-hmm.
She gets that every single time.
Oh, yeah.
And I am like the worst at it. Worst.
That one's a lot more easier than Men in Black.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe you should ask for a booster seat.
I think I need one. But one time I went on single rider on Men in Black and they gave me, I called it the Queen chair. But it was a cart that you can have that's wheelchair accessible. Mm-hmm. So it's just one really tall chair in the back.
Oh, yeah.
And I was the only person on it, and I felt like the Queen.
The Queen chair. I like it.
And I could see everything that I was doing, and I wasn't like, because I'm really tiny, I can't really see over everyone's heads if they're in front of me, if I'm sat in the back row. So I felt like I did much better that time.
Oh, yeah. A good cheat in Men in Black is if you're ever in the back row, and they tell you to shoot the fusion exhaust pipe, shoot your own.
I learned that. I was like, oh my god, I'm shooting.
Yeah. Oh man. I remember my friend was doing it, and I'm like, stop doing it, because it was spinning a lot. I was like, I'm getting sick from it, stop. And she just would not stop. I'm like, oh, great, now I'm going to throw up on this ride.
Oh my god. I love it when it spins though. Like, I love spinny stuff. So whenever I go on the Cat in the Hat now, and it doesn't spin, makes me really sad.
It doesn't spin?
No, it doesn't spin anymore. When you used
What?
to go into the wardrobe bit and it would spin all around and the clothes would be spinning above your head, it doesn't spin anymore.
Didn't a baby fly out?
Well, I heard that it was because people kept dropping the phones and the cameras and stuff, but they added nets all around where your legs are, so things can't fall out. And if you have your phone out as you're going on, they're like, no, away, put it away.
Yeah, you have
They
to
really
wait.
shout it, yeah. So,
Go around the corner and then get it out.
well, I want it to spin, so I stick to the rules.
Oh.
It still doesn't spin them. I'm going to start a petition.
I haven't been on that ride in a while. I haven't been to Islands of Adventure in a while.
What?
I don't know. Every time I go, I'm just like, Universal.
But the music's so good in Islands of Adventure.
Oh, yeah. I do love the queue outside.
Yeah.
Music.
Honestly, whenever I feel a little bit sad, I just listen to the Islands of Adventure soundtrack.
Or the Epcot one. I like the Epcot one, too.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Okay, so I gather then that you prefer Universal over Islands, because that was going to be my next question.
Oh, yeah. I think Islands of Adventure has better thrill rides. Like the Hulk and Dueling Dragons, unfortunately, that's going away. But Universal's definitely more family friendly.
I agree. Okay, so you listen to our podcast anyway, so you know that I'm dead picky with eating and restaurants. But what's your favourite in each? So in Islands, in Universal, and around City Walk, what are your favourite places to eat?
Ooh, in Universal, I like Louis Pizza place.
Yes.
Because I'm a huge fan of pizza. And Louis, that was like my nickname for my dad, so we'd always go in there. In Universal, I do like the Jurassic Park food they have back there. Or the Three Broomsticks.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good place. And the butterbeer bar they have in there, that's always nice. You could just get a butterbeer while you're eating.
Yes.
And City Walk, probably Cowfish. Cowfish is delish. Yeah. Oh my gosh, those hamburger egg rolls they have or something like that are super good.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know if they had like some spicy mayonnaise on it and it was like a sushi egg roll mixed with like hamburger meat. And I don't know if it's still on the menu, but I had it when it first opened up, and that was hands down one of the best meals I've had at Universal.
I do love Cowfish.
Is that in City Walk, Cowfish?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Have you tried Toothsome?
No, I've been in there, but I haven't eaten there. I think I was going to do that this Halloween Horror Nights season. Hopefully, I'm going to try to.
Have you had a milkshake?
No. I know.
The worst Florida liver ever.
I know. But, oh my gosh, the lines are always so big.
Well, they were in September, I think, but then in May, it wasn't too bad. There wasn't really a line, but we did have to wait quite a while for them to make them. But I didn't mind so much because I knew that they were making them all nice and fresh. But they're so giant.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I've seen pictures of those. I'm like, I don't know if I'd be able to finish one of those.
Huge, but I think they're actually smaller now than what they were when it first opened. But it was still so big.
Oh my god, I know. Yeah, the hype has definitely died down on the milkshakes too. Because when they first opened up, I remember we went there and it was like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to wait 45 minutes for a milkshake, and we just walked away.
No milkshakes worth 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But I think, is it not a case that there's more competition now? Like, Planet Hollywood have done a big thing in their revamp on milkshakes, haven't they?
Oh, yeah. And that new whole big thing. I think they were trying to do something like that. I don't know how good they are. I haven't tried it, but Toothsome looks better.
Yeah, I agree. But just because you don't have a Disney annual pass, but do you still go to Disney Springs?
Not as much. Sometimes I'll go, like, my friends and I will just kind of go do, like, Splitsville or just walk around and go get free Ghirardelli, because you can't pass up on that.
Exactly.
And the Bassin, I love washing my hands in there.
In the what?
The Bassin shop, it's like, I think it's Basin. Yeah. It's like like the bath bombs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I know
where it's just all this.
Yeah, I remember that shop.
Yeah,
I've been in.
What?
I don't think I've been in to.
Oh my gosh, gotta go. If you have allergies, I don't recommend it.
Well, lunch is my favorite thing ever, so I'm sure that I'll really like it. But I just don't spend that much time at Disney Springs.
Yeah, no, because you can only walk around so much, and you really have to have money if you want to go and shop there. And there's not much interactive stuff to do, but once you make a full lap, it's kind of fun.
Also, as well, I saw the other day that they're going to start charging for parking.
What?
Oh, jeez.
As of, I think maybe next week. Yeah.
Guess I'm not going anymore.
You can get validation if you've got to spend $20 in a shop, or and that gives you 2 hours validation, or if you go to the cinema or go to a restaurant or Cirque, I think you get 4 hours.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
I can kind of see why. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. With my tickets that I got for Disney this year, they gave me free Cirque du Soleil tickets.
Mm-hmm.
What?
But they've made me select my date. So I bought I put a deposit on my Disney tickets in December because they had a sale on. And I forgot that I'd put a deposit on them, and I got an email the other day like, hey, you need to pay for your Disney tickets. I was like, oh yeah. So I paid the balance off. And they're like, oh yeah, don't forget that you also booked Cirque du Soleil for like the 9th of October. And I was like, did I? Did I? So, but then Ash had put a deposit on hers after mine, so she's booked a totally different day for Cirque du Soleil because we got them free. So now we've both got 2 totally separate Cirque du Soleil tickets.
Oh my gosh.
But we're not going to go, but I feel bad because now we've got tickets that somebody else could have had, but they're just on 2 different days, so we can't even give them to anyone, really.
Can you not change them at all? Is there no chance of you changing them?
The offer's not even on anymore, and I think that like everything's all done with.
Just give them a call. The worst they can say is no.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, it's going away, isn't it? It's closing the end of this year, probably while they're doing free tickets, and it's a good show. It's the only one I've seen, but I thought it was quite good. I've got to be honest. I'd rather have gone and seen something like Love when I was in Vegas, like the Beatles.
Love.
I knew that would set Craig off. Bloody Beatles.
I've just been listening.
You've been so quiet.
Do you know what I've been doing?
What?
A survey from Universal just come through.
Yeah.
Yeah. All about technology, but I'm not allowed to say it.
I'll fail.
Ooh.
Is it true every answer you just put free Adam the Woo?
Yeah.
But the bit that I've been most excited to hear about, though, Luke, is about Volcano Bay.
Ooh.
Because you've been, I haven't.
Yeah, I've been twice,
Oh,
I think.
a little bit.
I think that was our biggest ever views of the vlog as well.
Yeah, I saw that. That was insane to see that. Because I was just scrolling through. I'm like, oh, I'll go check the view count. And it was at 1.3 thousand. I was like, holy crap! And I was telling all my family members, and they're just like, okay, Luke, calm down.
Okay, Mr. YouTube.
Yeah, I'm like, look at this! Oh my gosh!
But I want to hear all about it because I'm so excited. I'm like literally, I'm most excited about Volcano Bay. But Ash doesn't want to go.
What?
I know.
Why not?
She's really not into water slides or anything like that.
Because she's a Gryffindor.
It is a secret Hufflepuff.
Yeah.
But she's really pale as well, so she doesn't like tanning, so she doesn't want to just kind of lie around while I go on slides. And because we both have the 2-park annual pass, she doesn't really want to pay to upgrade it so that she can just sit in the shade all day while I'm off by myself.
Couldn't she take a roll of lino and like just body pop?
That's what she should do. That is what she should do.
While you're swimming, she just body pops, does some beatbox.
I'm trying to find something for her because it's just me and Ash going this year. We're having a girls' holiday, and I'm trying to find something that she can go and do, and she'll feel okay doing by herself. Because I don't mind going to places by myself. Like I'm not bothered because I know that I'll probably meet up with people anyway. But I need to just find something that she can do so that I can go and enjoy Volcano Bay. Because I can't go and not go to Volcano Bay.
Yeah, I think at Volcano Bay, I don't know, the rivers, the Lazy River and the Rapids River, those you can do all day. The Rapids River, it's a little faster and it's just not like too crazy, but I did flip over twice in it once because of they have like a giant wave. I don't know if you guys have seen video over that, but I don't know what the time limit is like, but every few minutes or so, they just build up all this water and have a huge wave that just comes down and pushes everyone on a certain part of the river. Yeah.
How deep's that one?
I think that's about 3.5 feet.
Oh my god.
So it's not too bad. But that one, oh gosh, just hit my microphone. that one, I could spend hours in that, which I did because I got the tap thing for the aqua coaster, and that one I think it was about like 210 minutes. So I just sat in that rapids thing all day until the timer was up. Even when it broke down, it extended it to like 3 hours. So you can definitely do that all day if you like just hanging out and chilling, and then you could always switch from the lazy river to the rapids one back and forth. The lazy one is a lot more slow and chilled out. So very lazy, I guess.
Well, I've tried explaining this to her. I was like, you don't have to go on the ride, you can just go on the lazy river. And she's like, I've got a lazy river in Cabana Bay. I'm not paying for the one. And I'm like, Ash, why? Why done this to me? But she's really dead set against it, so there's nothing I can do to make her go.
Mm-hmm.
But I am still going, and I'm really excited. So, what are your favourite things at Volcano Bay that I should definitely do? Because I don't think I'm going to be able to stay for the whole entire day, basically, because I can't leave the whole time. So, if I had like 3 things that I had to do.
Definitely hit the rivers. That you could just do whenever throughout the whole day. I would say the big blue slide with the ramps. That is a very fun ride. I know if you are going to be there by yourself, try to get in like a big group of people so you can go really high on the ramp. That one's really fun. I haven't been on most of the rides there, but do you like have you been on like Summit Plummet at Blizzard Beach? Do you like that ride?
I absolutely love water slides.
Okay, then I recommend I'm not sure what the ride is called. They all have weird names that I can't pronounce. The drop one that's at the top of the volcano. I still haven't been on that.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you if you'd been on it because when I had my Cabana Bay room and I could see the slide inside the volcano from the room, and every day I could see the workmen at the top of the volcano, and I was like, oh my god, that looks terrifying.
Yeah, that one looks. Oh, I want to go in it so fast because I love the height and the speed. That
I think it looks scarier than Summit Plummet, though.
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely taller and faster than Summit Plummet.
Oh my god, it looks.
Plus, it's inside too. I like that free falling feeling. I love it. I don't know what it is, but that I definitely recommend that if you like those big steep slides that are scary to most people. And then
you went on the coaster. Is the coaster good?
Yes, that I think that's my third one you should do because that was a lot of fun. It's a whole new experience from any other normal water ride, because it just launches you up. It doesn't even feel like it's water. It feels like it's hard to explain, but it's just so smooth and a lot of fun.
Yes, I'm excited. But I read a thing a couple of days ago that Volcano Bay have taken like 30 different things off the menu, and when they were doing all of the kind of previews of Volcano Bay, I was looking at all the foods like, oh my god, this looks amazing. I'm going to actually really love eating in a park for once. And now they've taken it all away and it's just burgers.
Yeah. That, kind of I don't know why they do that.
I don't know, but literally every person that spoke about Volcano Bay was like, the food's fantastic. Everyone is going to go crazy for this food. And for them to take it away makes me feel like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
But it's a water park. Like, I think that's probably... I mean, I don't know, obviously, what their mindset is, but to me, I wouldn't expect to go to a water park and get a lot of variety.
But it's open until really late.
It's supposed to be more than a water park. It's supposed to be an experience.
Yeah. So you can go really early in the morning and stay until really late at night, so you don't have to worry about eating and then kind of walking around for a little bit while you wait. So
do you think maybe it's because it's been at capacity for so many days that they're trying to dumb it down a little bit to save everybody? Maybe there's been issues with waiting in queues for food.
Yeah, I heard that was a reason why they did it, just to get food out faster.
So maybe when it calms down and goes a little bit out of season, it'll back, maybe.
Hopefully.
because I was excited for those shrimp tacos.
Ooh, shrimp tacos.
They look the best.
Not as good as beef burger tacos, girl.
Oh. So, okay, if someone wasn't really into big rides at Volcano Bay, other than the lazy river, what could they do?
They have a lot of fun slides, just like you sit in a tube, and it's very mild. So they have those all around the park. They also have fun. They have a kids area that I've walked by. Haven't been in it, but I should go in that one day. Yeah. But they have a huge kids area. They also have just a freestanding pool by the wave pool, so you could just go in there and hang out, not have to worry about giant waves crashing on you. And then they also have a bunch of restaurants. They have a bunch of bars you can do. They have a lot of shops up at the front. I haven't been in them, but I think they have like 3 separate gift shops in like one section, and then all around the park they have more restaurants you could just sit down and eat. And I know they have a lot of seating around the wave pool, so you can get like a chair with the umbrellas. And then what are those things called? Those cabanas. I know they just made
the cabana.
I've got a cabana.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to be like a king throwing pizzas at everyone.
Yeah. Those things look amazing. I don't know if I'd ever get one, just because being a local, spending that much on something like that is kind of crazy in my opinion. But I can definitely understand if you're coming from like far away getting that, because getting the full experience of it would be amazing, especially if you're spending the whole day at the park at the Volcano Bay.
Yeah, it's going to be a day off for us type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, like a sleepy. We've got a little niece, so she's 1, so she'll be just getting used to sleep on.
Okay, yeah, because you could just go hang out in the cabana and take a nap.
Yeah. When you get to my age, you need a little afternoon nap.
Mm-hmm. Oh, trust me. Yeah, I take naps every day.
Oh, you're so lucky. Wait till you've got a woman. She's just barking at you.
Okay, so on to the most important part. Halloween Horror Nights.
Ooh.
So, when did you first go to Halloween Horror Nights?
My first year was
2003.
No, oh gosh. I'd be 4 years old. My first year was 2014.
What's it?
So with Halloween, Giggles and Gore, Dollhouse of the Damned. So yeah, that was my first year. But before that, I started doing all my research around year 20. So once it was like the fear itself, that guy, I started looking into it a lot more. And then Hollow Scream is at the Busch Gardens. Mm-hmm. So I started going to that in 2011, I think. So that was like my first Halloween event like that. And then that's when I was just like, okay, I gotta go to Halloween Horror Nights. But I didn't want to spend a lot of money and then end up being too scared or something at Halloween Horror Nights. So we waited. And then 24 was my first year and I loved it.
24 was like such a good year to have your first year as well. Cause we had like Alien vs Predator.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And the Purge scares and that was such a good scare.
I'm excited to see if they do that again this year because I know that was rumored.
Every year I'm like, please Purge, please Purge.
And the house they did in 25, that was amazing.
That was
even though it was house. Even though it was like such a last minute thing, I really enjoyed it.
There was a girl in front of me in the queue, walking through the house. Got it. She apologised, and I let her in. Oh, sorry. And I went, yeah, no problem. And then one of the fellas just grabbed her by the head and slit her throat in front of me.
Oh my gosh!
It was horrific.
I've been hysterical.
Oh, absolutely brilliant. But what are you getting over there? Are you getting any more rumours than us, like on a local level, as to what's going on? Because there's no news at all, is there? It's just rumor.
Yeah, nope. I did hear when I was backstage at Fear Factor Live, I was talking to the employees all about like Bill and Ted's and stuff, and they said that Academy of Villains is officially coming back. They said like they've already heard that they're coming back for sure. But I don't know if that was been announced, but they said like they're coming back for sure. And I was like, okay, sweet, because I really enjoyed them.
Some things, weren't they, saying that they were looking for Orlando people and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone kind of got an idea that they're coming back, and I'm quite happy about it. I thought that they put on a good show last year.
Oh yeah, oh my gosh, that show was amazing. I still go back on YouTube and watch it just whenever I'm bored. I'm like, that show was just so good.
Honestly, when it got announced, me and Ash were like, oh, great. Because we're not super into dancing and things like that. I like dancing around life, but I don't like watching other people dancing around life. And so we were like, oh god. And Ash tweeted something out, and one of the people from Academy of Villains was like, no, wait and see, you'll like it. And she was like, yeah, whatever. And when we got there, we were like, oh my god, we're so blown away. It's so cool. And we went the night that it reopened after the hurricane, and they'd let us use our pass on a Saturday, which we wouldn't have been able to do usually. And
was that the extended weekend? No,
it was we were on lockdown completely while the hurricane was on. So they'd shut the event down, and then they're like, okay, you can use your pass on Saturday, but it was completely dead. And they took the stage down, so they couldn't perform on the stage, and they performed in the street. And I think that was when I was like, wow, these guys are ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, you saw that? Like,
yeah,
you saw them perform without... because I saw that video on YouTube, and I was like, they still put on such a great performance without the stage.
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely amazing.
Oh, I'm jealous.
It was so cool. And then that's when they started bringing, in Vamp 55, they started bringing the motorcycle guy out, and I was like, oh my god, I love him.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cool.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because my pass could have...
Yeah.
Sorry?
Last year was such a good year.
Oh my gosh, yes. This was my first year with the frequent fear pass, so I was going crazy. I went a total of 11 times, and that event was so much fun.
I think we went every night that we could go, and then this year we've been really tossing up whether to get the Ultimate Pass or the Frequent Fear Plus Pass, and we finally decided today that we're just going to go for the Frequent Fear Plus, because we're probably the only additional day we'll get with the Ultimate is Saturdays, and we're probably not going to go every single night. So we've gone for the Frequent Fear Plus, so we can go all the nights except Saturdays. And we're there for like 20 days. So. Oh
my gosh.
I know. So we'll be there a lot anyway.
Yeah, that's the pass I actually get as well too, the Plus Pass. Because we don't get Saturdays, but it's like, what?
It's such good value.
Yeah, honestly, because if you go, like a normal night ticket is like $60, somewhere around there. So if you go more than twice, it's already paying for itself.
Exactly. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, so what's been your favourite house so far? Of all the years that you've been, what's been your favourite IP house, and what's been your favourite original house?
Ooh, favourite original is definitely Tomb of the Ancients.
Yeah.
That house was super fun to go through.
That was last year, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite IP? Probably both Halloween houses. Especially Halloween 2. I think I like 2 a little more than the 1, just because I don't know if it was because I went through it so many times and it was just a lot of fun, but it was just super cool seeing, because they did it really well. I think it was exactly like walking through the movie.
I agree. I do prefer the Halloween 2 house to the original Halloween house, and I think that it definitely did the film justice. It was so cool to walk through it. I honestly felt like I was in the film, and I was like crawling through the house because I was that scared.
Yes, it was so cool, especially like the entrance, how they did it, walking through the closet with all the clothes hanging.
So cool. And the mirrored bit. There was one night where there wasn't many of us in the house, and we'd gone the wrong way, and honestly I was just trapped, and there was Michael Myers in front of me and then mirrors all around me, and I was like, I'm trapped.
Oh gosh.
Freaking out, and it was like me and 3 other people in the whole of the house because it was absolutely dead, and I was like, I'm gonna die.
That's boss that though, innit? You'd pay extra for that.
Cool. Yeah, I would pay so much money to go through. I'd be terrified and it'd probably scar me for life. But I would pay so much more money to go through by myself.
Oh my gosh. I always want to try to do at least every house by myself. Because I did only get to do Tomb of the Ancients once by myself. Which was
so
terrifying.
Tomb of the Ancients was amazing.
Mm-hmm. That hieroglyphic scene with like the light up letters, that was so good. That got me every time.
Same, every single time. And the guy on stilts every single time.
Oh, I love that with the boom, 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 like the footsteps.
So
I like
good.
that a lot.
Okay, so what's been your favourite scare zone?
Ooh, I like the Vamp 55. That was really good. I think that one was just a lot of fun to go through because you could interact with all the characters there. They all had like a different bit to do every night, so that was a lot of fun. I remember the drummer let me hit his snare a few times, so that was funny. But yeah, I think that scare zone is probably my favorite, just because of the atmosphere of it. It was just so much fun to hang out in.
I agree. Definitely. Okay, so if you could have first anything that you really want to come this year, what would it be?
Alien. Yeah. Well, I would love to see Alien or The Conjuring because I just watched Annabelle for my first time the other night and that was amazing.
Oh, are you getting ready to watch the second one?
Oh yeah, because I know isn't that coming out this week or next week?
Right. Well, it's Friday here. I don't know what day it gets released there.
Oh, okay, yeah. But yeah, so I watched that because I haven't seen it before a few nights ago. So that was really good and really creepy. I hope they would do something with The Conjuring and the Annabelle series. And yeah, Alien. I would love to see that because I've always been a huge fan of those movies. So when Alien vs Predator came my first year, that was like one of the first houses we went through.
Okay, so if you could have anything at all at Halloween Horror Nights, what would be your dream house? It can be an original too, so you've got like an original idea that you are like, why haven't they ever done something like this?
Oh, I would love to see this old video game called Amnesia. Because I used to play that years back, and it was just this creepy old dungeon game with these creepy monsters that would chase you around. And I think the makeup in that house would be amazing. They could have so much to work with. And they would have so many sets. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it or seen it. But I would love to see that. Because when they did Resident Evil, I'm like, see, they do video games. They could do Amnesia. Because that would be super cool and super terrifying to walk through.
Maybe they have done it and you forgot it.
No, oh man, that would suck. Oh yeah.
I've
you
been
know what?
thinking. I've been
myself.
Go on, you go first because I've been thinking of a house that I want from our last episode.
Well, I keep talking on every episode about how I want something medieval in the parks, and I was watching Game of Thrones the other day, and I was thinking to myself, if they did, in preparation for a third gate, imagine if they did a proper dark medieval house.
I would love to see that. I haven't seen Game of Thrones, but like a medieval house like that would be super cool.
Well,
wait, did you say that you haven't seen Game of Thrones?
Nope.
What?
Nope, not one episode.
That's me and Luke. It's fine. We're sensible ones.
Right.
I mean, the thing
God,
is,
you're crazy.
Yes. But no, I mean, the thing is, like medieval house. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been, Amanda, but you ever been to any of the dungeons? So
no, but I
dungeon,
am going to go to York Dungeons.
Okay.
In the next couple of weeks. I'm excited.
Yeah, and so that gives you a bit of an idea. Okay, it's not necessarily medieval, but it's that kind of time period in England it goes back to. So that could give you an idea of what it would be like for them to do a house.
Well,
so,
recently I went to Alnwick Castle. Alnwick Castle is where they filmed a little bit of the first. I think it was the first Harry Potter film that they filmed in the grounds up there, and they've just filmed the new Transformers film there.
Ooh.
And they have a tour of the cellars. That's kind of like a little mini haunt thing. That was cool, and I kind of got. They could have done more stuff with that and made it creepier, I think, but it worked. But then you can go into the staterooms and you can go into the actual dungeon. And I was like, yes. Yes. This would be so cool.
Have you guys seen As Above, So Below?
No.
No, but I know of it.
It was that movie. Yeah, it was a movie filmed in the Paris catacombs. Or I don't know if it was filmed in it, but it was about the Paris catacombs. That movie, that's why you guys talking about the dungeons reminded me of it. I recommend. A lot of people didn't like it, but the hype that built up made me like the movie a lot more. Because when I first saw the trailer, it was just kind of like, I have no idea what's going on. But when I saw it, it was just very creepy because I do not like that claustrophobic stuff.
Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm excited. I've added it to my list of films
Yes.
I'm going to watch tomorrow. I'm having a film day while I learn things.
Well, my idea for my house. Remember the Alice in Wonderland 3D?
Uh-huh.
Halloween Horror Nights 25? I want Scooby-Doo.
That would be cool.
At first I was like, no. But now I'm like, actually, yeah.
Give it the adult twist. So everything is a bit gruesome and like nasty and 3D. Be amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah. Just at the end as you leave and Scooby-Doo's lipstick pops out and pokes you in the eye. 3D style.
Oh.
Sake.
It'd be amazing.
I've been thinking loads lately though because La Llorona was one of my favourite houses ever, and I was thinking I would love it if one year they do an entire event on urban legends and things like that, like tales, like La Llorona.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be. I'm proper into urban legends. I watch YouTube videos on them all the time, and I think that would make such a good event because people really, really believe these legends.
Yeah, like Loch Ness Monster or the Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Oh, Bigfoot, yeah.
Bigfoot.
They could do such cool things with it.
Why have they not announced? Or maybe that's what they're waiting on. Maybe that's why there's not been an announcement. I'm hoping for a David S. Pumpkins house.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. You know what? The amount of times that I cried my eyes out laughing at that video last year. I went for an operation and I was so sad about myself after my operation. I was like, I hate life, I hate everything. And I had to go and stay with Ash for a week so she could look after me. And she just played me that video every single day and I was just hysterical. I love it so much.
Any questions?
Oh my gosh.
It's so much fun. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Luke, is there anything in the universe that you want to talk about or you just want to mention?
Not on the top of my head.
Well, I have a question. If not, because obviously you joined us to do some video blogs for us, or vlogs as the cool kids call them. Me and Craig don't know that. Obviously, we're not cool. And thank you very much for doing so, because what you've done so far has been great, and I think the comments from people watching them has been great as well. But
thank you.
No, you're welcome, and thank you for doing it. But what was it that led you to want to do your own vlogs?
Because I've always watched like the Tim Tracker. I've watched him for years, and I've started watching a lot more Orlando vlogs. Once I started watching him, I just started spreading out into more just vlogs and watching how other people do it. And Fun for Louie, I don't know if you guys have heard of him.
No.
I watched. He's actually over in the UK as well, so he does like travel vlogs and stuff. And I've always watched him, and just watching these vlogs, I'm like, I want to do that. I like seeing what all these people do. And then once you guys, I remember I was in like my weight training class in high school last year, and you guys like posted something about it. I'm like, this is my chance. I could do, because I've always wanted to start a video, but starting a video just me, nobody really wants to see just some teenage dude making stupid videos about the parks. So when you guys were like, we need a spokesperson, I'm like, this would be like a good pathway into it, like my foot in the door of the whole Orlando HHN community, which I love on Twitter. So I could finally I can make the vlogs, and people already know Universal After Dark, so they will see me make the vlogs, and it'd be a little easier than starting up my own channel.
Oh, no, I mean, as I said, we really appreciate it. The videos so far have been great. Now, Amanda, because I'm not that advanced with it, I just find the videos because I'm logged into our YouTube. But if anyone's listening to this podcast now that hasn't as yet seen the videos from Luke, how do they actually get to see them?
If you go onto YouTube and you type in Dis After Dark, then the channel will come up. I'll also post it out on our Universal After Dark Twitter and on our page, so that everyone can see them. I'll post both recent videos out because they're both really, really good.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It's so nice to hear the good feedback, like, because even my family members, I just love hearing that I'm not too cringy.
I loved it. I loved it so much when I was like, hey, can you go to City Walk? And then you're like, I'm in City Walk for Amanda. I was like, yes, yes.
Yeah.
The thing is, you've got to be, I think you need to have a certain personality to do anything like this. So, you know, whether it's a podcast, video's a bit different because you're being seen. At least on a podcast, people don't have to see our ugly mugs. But when you're doing a video, you're there. You know, people are seeing your reaction to things. And I don't think it's for everybody. I don't think anybody can do it. I think podcasting in that way is a bit easier to do because you haven't got to worry about what people might think about your looks or how you're performing. They can just hear you and they either like it or don't. Yeah, I mean, I think one thing that comes through on your videos is just how much enjoyment and excitement you're getting from being at the parks or wherever you are. It really shows through, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's pretty easy for people to enjoy your videos and like you, because that's how you come across. So, you know, just that's something to bear in mind. At the same time as getting a positive, though, what we've learned from doing this podcast from years and years of doing so is that you will get people who just won't like you. So you might get the odd one, but the important thing is to try and filter it out and know that more people are watching it because they're enjoying it rather than because they're not. Because to be honest, I wouldn't waste my time watching something I don't like. Who's that sad? So even people that make, you know, comments like that, you know, it's hard, but try and brush it off if you do ever get that. You might not. Everyone might like you, and it just might be me. But yeah, but as I said, thank you so much for doing the videos for us, and long may you continue to do them.
Oh my gosh, no, thank you guys. You guys gave me this opportunity. I love doing it. So far, it's just so much fun, and because I've never seen myself, I'm like, yeah, I want to start a channel, but I never did, and I finally got to, and I'm just glad to hear all the good feedback. And yeah, negative people, whatever. Everyone's got an opinion.
Yeah.
Gonna potate.
Potatoes gonna potate.
That's correct.
Yeah, I love them now. And also, I feel like when I come over in September, you should teach me more Men in Black things so I can really kick Ash's bum.
Yes, of course. But good,
and then
good Men in
like,
Black spy.
Where did you learn all these things? And I'd be like, nowhere, girl, I'm just a champ.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to wash Amanda, I'll be completely honest with you.
Well, she told me the other day that she doesn't listen to my podcast anymore, so I can say whatever I want about her.
Oh, screw you, Ash.
I know.
She won't
Ash,
hear it, so it's fine, I can say that.
Absolute Ravenclaw.
Hufflepuff. You absolute Hufflepuff.
I'm devastated, Ash. I thought we were connecting.
I was like, hey, did you hear this on the podcast the other day? She was like, no. I was like, okay then. Then Ash. So she'll never know my secret plan. She'll just realise when an absolute destroyer at every gun game.
I like your confidence, if nothing else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to beat everyone.
Just gotta go Universal and spend the whole day on Men in Black.
I am. I'll be like, Ash, I'm going to Volcano Bay. You have to stay in the hotel room. Bye. Men in Black.
Park open, a park closed. Just Men in Black.
100%. Okay, so I don't have any Universal news because nothing's really happened this week. We still don't have a Halloween Horror Nights announcement, but I'm feeling pretty much like we might get one this week.
Well, Hollywood
hopefully. Yeah.
Hollywood got some very good announcements.
Yeah, Titans of Terror. Oh my gosh.
Literally, as soon as that came out, I messaged Chris, like, Chris, come on, let's go.
Yeah, sort of Lando. Just go to Hollywood.
Chris, I feel that's a familiar name.
You don't know him. You don't know him. He doesn't exist. He's a figment of my imagination.
He's Figment.
Chris.
That's what he is, actual figment.
Imagination.
Buy my book.
I do not get the love for Figment. I can quite happily say this on this podcast. It's not Disney. I don't get it. Do not get the love for Figment.
Oh, you know what, though? When I was little, I did love Figment. I'm not too bothered now.
The ride was different though, wasn't it?
I know, the ride was different and it was much
I think
better.
I think that's why I don't, because I just find him annoying on that new one. So
Yeah, they should just shoot him.
No, they should make him the good point of the ride. Again, it is like, I think we spoke about it on the episode that we had Ron on, but they have made him very annoying in the new ride, and that's not how he should be.
Not Ron Schneider, that was Figment. We like Ron Schneider, he's not annoying.
I like Ron Figment's alright too.
Please come back, Ron.
Luke, are you going to go to Disney at all this year? Even though you haven't had your pass?
I actually did go recently because I went on a big vacation and I got a 3-day pass, so I was able to go to Pandora World and Avatar World and all the parks. I don't know if I'll be able to go this year. I may not, just because the passes are expensive. But it all depends on the money situation. So if I do have money for a 3-day pass, I may go buy that. But if not, I'm waiting till 2019 Star Wars Land.
Oh, that's such a long time away.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Disney people doing that. A lot of Disney people, as our silly used to say.
It's been, well, because Hollywood Studios right now is just a huge construction site. Yeah. That is crazy.
But I love Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster so much, so I'm willing to brave it just so that I can see those two. But I know that I'm not going to be able to spend the entire day there, and that just makes me sad.
Yeah, because you got...
It was my favourite park for years and years. It was my favourite park. And it's just not anymore. Except for right now.
Yeah, because all you got is Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Star Tours, and now they're getting great movie rides going away. Other than that, there's not really any other rides they have there.
No,
and Toy Story Mania.
I'm not even really big on Star Tours, so slim pickings for me.
Yeah.
I'd shut Tower of Terror down tomorrow and replace it with Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I literally would.
Such a lie. Luke, okay, I've got a question for you.
Yes.
E.T., should it stay or should it go?
I think it should stay. I like that ride.
No, I like it too.
If they got rid of it, I wouldn't cry. But if they kept it, I wouldn't cry either.
I would cry either way. I'd either cry with joy or cry with never coming back ever again.
Imagine what they could do though if they replaced it with 3D ET.
No, I don't want 3D ET.
A screen-based attraction.
I like hundreds of baby real animatronic ETs.
ET's fingers waving in your face.
3DT.
Yeah, 3DT. Oh, trademark it.
Yeah.
I'm just giving Universal loads of ideas on this podcast. First the hotel, now this. Genius. You know what you said about Star Wars Land? I wonder if that's when Star Wars Land opens. Do you reckon they'll keep Star Tours?
Well, I was asking Ash about this the other day because she really likes Star Tours, and I was like, "Do you think because they won't be joined together, will they?"
No.
So I was like, "Are they going to keep it? Are they going to?" Because I'm sure that it could be easily moved. Will it be?
Yeah, I just think it would be. I think it'd be pointless to have it in Hollywood Studios when you've got a Star Wars land, adjacent to it in the same park technically. It makes no sense to have that there unless it's the start. It's like near the entrance of it or something. So you either have to move it or you just don't have it. And they could do what they've done in Hong Kong, which is like they put in Iron Man, didn't they? They put an Iron Man attraction in Hong Kong, which is supposed to be very similar to to Star Tours. So I wonder if it could be something like that instead. But just thought about that actually. So Luke, I've got one last question myself. What is your favourite attraction in Disney and Universal?
Oh, my favorite attraction at Disney is definitely Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that ride. Oh, wait, I don't know. Flight of the Banshee is... That ride topped every ride I've ever been on at Disney World.
No way.
That ride was amazing.
Yeah. It's funny, like, I think when the previews were, a lot of people going, oh, it's underwhelming. Now it's opened up. Now everybody's singing its praises. And the same thing happened with Guardians. When that soft opened in California, you're getting a few people doing it in previews, going, oh, it's rubbish, bring back Tower Terror. And then once it opened up to the masses, everyone's like, oh my god, why can't this be in every Tower of Terror? So,
yeah, no, because the smells too on that ride, it was just, I don't know how to describe it. The smells were amazing, and then like the actual seat you were sitting on moved around like it was a Banshee breathing, so you could feel it breathing, and they had, and it usually like on water, like on Spider-Man, whenever like the Aquaman you get wet and they just kind of drop water droplets on you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
On this ride, they just have misters instead, so you don't get as wet.
Nice.
Which I like a lot better. And then Universal favorite ride? Probably, I do like Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom and Men in Black.
Wow, no one says Doctor Doom.
I love Doctor Doom.
Wow.
Because just the suspense when you're sitting there, you just don't know when you're going to launch.
Yeah, I don't like the stomach feeling.
Oh, yeah.
I like the view, I just don't like the stomach feeling bit afterwards.
Yeah, I love just like being able, because when you're about to launch, because I always lose what direction I'm facing in the building. So whenever I'm about to launch, I'm like, I think we're going to be facing this way of the park, or we're going to be facing I-4. And it's always fun to see wherever I'm facing.
Yes. I do really love Doctor Doom. I always wish that it was a little bit more like Tower of Terror, though, so like you'd go up and down a few times.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty short.
Like it's good, though. Okay. On that note, I think that we will end this episode. But no doubt Luke will be back on another one, so you can share more stories with us. And we'll definitely talk more Halloween Horror Nights when we've got more Halloween Horror Nights things to talk about, because we're not being very showered with Halloween Horror Nights news right now. So, go and check out Luke's videos. If you search for either Diz After Dark or the After Dark Podcast Network on YouTube, either will bring up the channel. And I will post the links out on Facebook and Twitter. I will also post out Luke's Twitter name. Do you use Instagram, Luke?
Yeah, not as much as Twitter, but I have a few photos on there.
Cool. I'll post out all Luke's information so everyone can go and follow him on our Facebook page too. I've got a couple of videos coming up. I've just done one a couple of days ago, and I'm right now editing a random Halloween Horror Nights one that I found from last year. So that one should go up soon. That one is pretty fun so far. And Chris has got his new book out on Amazon. So it's the 2017 version. If you search Christopher Ripley on Amazon, you will find it.
Christopher Ripley.
Yeah. You might know him.
Wadwick.
And we'll have Diz After Dark out in the next couple of days
like
too.
a Brian House. Make it so.
Biggest Dickus.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
See ya.
We hope you've enjoyed this podcast. If you would like to support Diz After Dark and the other After Dark Network podcasts, please visit our website at www.patreon.com/Diz After Dark. That's patreon.com/Diz After Dark. Thank you. After Dark Podcast Network.